I'm so confused. Are you all okay? What is this about puppies? Hmm. Yes, I'm so confused. Welcome to my stream. If you cannot tell, haba-ba-ba-ba, haba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I just got here. I was gonna say, so did I, but I've heard whispers, but have no clue what's going on. But welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Kane, Umgek, Tyler, Yasity, Sylvie, everyone. TLDR Sylvie. That doesn't explain hashtag justice for puppies, hashtag allow the lick, hashtag Sylvie don't forget your laundry. How is Maeve? Well, I was okay. But now I'm not so sure. What is happening? Oh, hashtag allow the lick. I don't know what you're talking about. Hashtag allow the... I saw you two were having a bit of a offline romance in Sylvie's offline chat. I was so confused as to what was happening. I'm half alive, so I feel you, Maeve. Thank you. I don't know what's happening either. Did something happen in Hello Kitty Island Adventure that I'm not privy to? Sylvie plans to disappoint a puppy, that is all. My eyes are burning. Get some sleep. The puppy will be so sad. I just said I wouldn't let a dog lick my face. Well, you see, depends. It depends. See, I feel like, from what all I know about Sylvie is a skincare girly. Or at least to me seems like a skincare girly. Meaning, half of that shit is not good to be ingested by animals. So yes, it's probably not for the reason Sylvie is implying, but I can understand why she wouldn't be. Like, I get very, very nervous when I use different products on my face. And then my cats decide to sleep on my pillow. I get very nervous. She doesn't want it. Okay, now that's a different story. It depends on the size of dog. And is it a big slobbery dog? Is it a puppy? You know? What kind of doggo are we talking about? No worries, Tyler. Maeve, would you allow a big old St. Bernard puppy to lick your face? Yes. But I love St. Bernards, so that is without question. Case closed. You can't object yourself. Can you object yourself? Can you? Wait. That'd be so dumb, but could you? There you go, Kane. There you go. Also, thank you guys for the hype train while we were offline. I don't know when that happened, but thank you for the little hype train. And also thank you follows from Otto, C-Noir, and Perry Gwyn. Thank you so much. Okay, we are back to Ace Attorney Investigations. We're continuing Chapter 2. Also, is the game audio good, guys? Let me know. I can also bump it if it's a little low. It's a little loud. Oh, really? It's a little loud. I think that's a first. Okay. Okay. It's louder than the normal game. This is true. Mm-hmm. Let's continue, shall we? All right, we're in the cargo hold. How are you doing, Maeve? I am doing all right. Yeah, no. We push forward. Although I will have to make a little announcement at the end of stream. So I will do that later. Mood. Mm-hmm. Some days just be like that. Does this work again? Yes. Thank you for the head pats. I had to check. I hadn't changed any settings. I just didn't put it on Mini Maeve. Which also, I hope I hope you guys enjoyed Pixel Maeve. For those who are here. Mm-hmm. Now I gotta remember what I sound like for Gumshoe. Vaguely inebriated. I'm retelling this here, but I almost twisted my knee doing a sick jump off a truck today. It was badass. What kind of truck? Was it a pickup? Was it a moving truck? Was it a cargo truck? What kind of truck? This will depend on how badass. Moving truck. Okay, yeah, pretty badass. Mm-hmm. Just please don't hurt yourself. Please ice your knee. Or else if you're still out with the giant mosquitoes, you might be slowed down for them. So they might have more of a feast. So be careful with that. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? It's so big! That's what she said. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and an extra luxurious first class seating. So this is the real scene of the murder. Hey, look, one's missing. Look. There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. You sounded so disappointed saying that. Mm-hmm. Oh. Highly flammable, lovely. Because that's what we need on a plane. Yes. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. Wait. Pause. What do you mean Kane out-perved you today? And to who? How? What? He was real freaky and shit. Was this in your guys' little bromance in Sylvie's offline chat? Is that when this happened? And I don't know who you're asking who's jealous, me or Umga. Partially, yes. Oh. You have piqued my interest. Though to be fair, I knew all of you were a bunch of little pervs. I knew that. But that's fine. I accept you as you are. Don't worry. I'm like reformed and stuff, so I don't do this. If I see another blushing Maeve come out of you with no words in context, yeah, thank you, Sylvie. Thank you. All I remember is Umga saying grinder. I hardly know her. That doesn't count. Oh my god. Oh god. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask him about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Wait, no, run again. I want to see you run. Look at Edward's run. It's so silly. Oh, ah. But yes, you'll have to finish telling that story, Umgak. I need to know the details. I need to know all the spicy details. Did you just say puppy? Oh, I love just pushing all the buttons on the elevators and crosswalk signals. Of course you do. Here. You should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. I'm frantically scrolling the offline chat. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess there's nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing that would normally without a special keycard. Both the door in the attendance room and the elevator control panels require a keycard, which is almost makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Highly flammable. Tasty winery. All sorts of boxes are piled here. One of them says flammable, and this one says pharmaceuticals. Actually, I only found evidence that I am oh. Flammable pharmaceuticals sounds like a wonderful combination. Whoopsies! Whoopsie! This one also says, for exorcism use only. What kind of operation is this airline running anyway? Oh no. It's been immortalized, Umge. It has been immortalized. For 10 minutes, yes. Hey, what's with that suitcase, pal? It's what the victims checked in, sir. So the suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file? And there's a photo of There's a photo of There is a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. It looks like a profile of Francisca. Haba-dabah, haba-dabah. Why did Hicks have a file on her? Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over. The paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Yeah, there's 11. Yeah, he could have all of them. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it'll bring you much happiness. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. And Miss Gennaro wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments? I think that's all we can do here. Right? Nothing over this way? Nope. Don't step on evidence, Edgeworth. Yeah, the crime scene is already contaminated. It's fine. Broken glasses and glass shards. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. That's a bold assumption. Even if you knew the victim had glasses, the tiny bits of glass. Exactly what I was thinking. Exactly. I'm sure that these shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glass lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real crime scene is right here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I don't actually know. Gumshoe, why are you here? Perhaps it's a bit early to draw to that conclusion. However, I believe that there is a probability that just skyrocket considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Social interaction? Yeah, I guess, huh? He's really here so Edgeworth isn't just being super, super edgy. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir. I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. Okay, wait. Wait, so we need to find... But we can't go anywhere. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing's as tall as two of you on top of each other, sir. It'd probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There's no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, Detective. Bed sheets? Bed sheets. That's a big thing of sheets. We need that many sheets? Francisca! You arrived at the crime scene before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And then you immediately began to direct the investigation. Twitter girlies are speculating a new Sleep Token song will drop on Friday. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe we'll have to do a combo listen then. Isn't that what the stream is about? No! Different band. Different band. Different band on Friday. Which also reminds me, Ghost also put out a new song audio. But so far the evidence seems to be vibes and prior clues. You know? I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm more just okay seeing what they drop than speculating. Bet you they release it Thursday. Well, it'll be Thursday for me if they do. It'll be Friday for you all. It seems that you were already here at the airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Why? I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. With Interpol. Okay. It's decided I should take on should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh, sorry guys, Interpol. Interpol is involved? It's a top secret operation and I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Okay, well, is this your guy? Because, he's got a whole file on you. Wait, where's... Did we not get... Huh. Mr. Hicks. Mind if we take a closer look? Nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file. There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. It looks like a profile on Francisca. Why would... Yeah, wait. So it's in my queue, or it's in my queue, but it's... Oh, okay. I have to do it this way. I'm like, wait, it's not a piece of evidence? Can I this might be a very big, important piece of evidence. How would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? Oh, I know. I bet he's a huge fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Francisca said she came to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here, and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Ma'am? Ma'am? What is this? So you came to the airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you and the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepped for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come to receive an Interpol agent, then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. It's guy, isn't it? He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. You mean the Borgia? Yes. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. Of what? We don't have a weapon. That Agent Hicks came down to the cargo hold. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow. Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. For that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure that he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately, I was going to find that out from him when he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger couldn't get into the cargo hold of their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit a patch of turbulence. Because of this intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Okay, but now here's my question. Now, this is gonna be a dumb question, but it's a question nonetheless. Did these suitcases not have, like, locks or anything on them? You know? Like, most suitcases nowadays have built-on locks. No, even just, like, if the ones for sale usually have a built-in lock. So I'm wondering, they usually come unlocked? Yeah, but as the flight attendant or whoever was selling them, you could lock it. Maybe this universe is crime-free except for the... Yeah, we only murder in this universe, in this timeline, we only murder. Yeah, but why? Why lock it? So this didn't happen. You could have gotten away with it. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. Really? Really, sir? You're assuming it's the flight attendant. Mm. Or, I mean, anyone who has a thing of luggage. But yes, I'm assuming it's a flight attendant and or the captain. I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Definitive evidence. If a crew member, any one of them, could have shown Mr. Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is that the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such a high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that is a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Okay. Let's see. There's a crew member, any one of them could have shown. Yeah, okay. Press. It could have been any one of them. That might be true, but then it could have been anyone, including Miss Meal and even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in its cockpit is like a horse without its rider, crop in hand. Much like Scruffy over there. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe always needs a guiding hand. Very well, then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? Thought you might ask about her. Yes, what about her? But the point to keep in mind is that the key card allows the elevator to come down here. Yes. Press. This one.
Hold it.
If Miss Tenero left it in her locker, Miss Meal could easily have gotten it. Why would such important things like a key card be entrusted to only one person? According to Cammy Meal, Rhoda Tenero is in charge of one of the most important stuff. What exactly is Miss Meal in charge of? Chatting it up with that foolish captain, apparently. She's being so foolishly foolish that I didn't even want to ask her about her other duties. Yeah, I understand how you're feeling, but whipping me is just uncalled for. In the end, the only one who could have let Agent Hicks into the cargo hold was Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's pretty decisive information, wouldn't you say? It's gotta be this one. But what? You know what? I'm gonna press everything first. Because worst case scenario, if I press everything, it'll give me more of a prompt. Oop. Press, press, press. But it is highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero. It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? Can you call yourself a disciple of my father? Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bank? Yes, she's the only person with a key to open that display case. Furthermore, it is a matter of the key to the display that hold the murder's bank. Ah. Press that.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Objection!
If it was a fake, stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that it's just a red herring. If you must keep on this, insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Specious, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up entirely empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? The piggy bank, the crime scene, or the body? Yeah, I don't... It could be the crime scene. I'm just thinking elevators, and there's always sometime... I feel like in every crime show... the crime scene always has something hidden. But we'll try them all, I think, because I'm not actually sure which is the correct one here. We should examine the piggy bank itself once more to determine if it's the real murder weapon. If this is the real weapon, it should be damaged or perhaps have a dent on it somewhere. We've looked into that already and there's not a sign of anything on it. But we can't discount it as the murder weapon based on that one fact alone. The piggy bank is, after all, made of super strong material, made of a stronger material than human flesh. Yep, that was wrong. Super strong material. The body? I'm gonna go to the crime scene, and we should examine the crime scene in more detail. We might turn up the murder weapon if we search all the cargo and the luggage. Do you think I hadn't thought of that? Even now, we're searching through them. But we haven't found anything more closely that resembles a murder weapon. Okay, no, it's the body. Yeah, I thought the elevator too. I'm like, there's always that little like pocket above, you know? There's usually like a little hatch at the top of an elevator that you can usually get out the top. I'm like, I wonder if whoever was in there may have put something up there, the murder weapon up there, and then closed the hatch. Yeah, the escape hatch. Yeah. Because it was closed, they would have no reason to look. But I guess it's the body. I think you're too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have an autopsy. This is true. This is also true. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you haven't even seen it yet? The wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon. Scruffy? Yes, sir? Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Eek! Yes, sir! Will we get an update on the autopsy? I'm pretty sure we will. Yep. We've got a huge problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know that this one thing is for sure. Report now. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back. He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say it's maybe a sign that the killer had a grudge against Mr. Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. There you go. Something like a big stick. Or a big statue. Or a giant vase that someone was caressing in his chair. You know? I would agree, except. Okay, not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. You never know. He was angry. He was very angry. He could very well have. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless! Meow! Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. Ooh. Oh, it's him. What is all that racket? There he is. Now I gotta remember his voice. Oh no. My luggage, my cargo. They're mine and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold, please. Understand and have a little patience. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you? You left me no choice but to use strong force. Ah! You won't get past me. I think he died. And this, kids, is How I Met Your Mother. So, you want to know how I got in this situation? I'm glad you asked. Wait, that's it. That's what this whole thing has been about. Further, there's a matter of is a matter of the key to the display case that has held the murderous piggy bank. After all, you know that we searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Doc says that it was one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Oh, he fell. Wait, so is he dead? Wait, what? Cause of death. Oh. I'm so confused of what I'm supposed to put together. Since bruising from... Okay. Cause of death. The weapon cannot be found? Nope. The pieces don't fit together quite right. Owie! Okay. Smuggling. No, because if those two can't go together, then these two can't go together. Okay. So. Cause of death. Piggy bank? I don't think so. I'm gonna try the other one. Hold on. Nope. God. What's weapon and smuggle? That's what I just did. No, the text. Weapon cannot be found. No one could find anything that can, considering the real weapon is in the hold. Smuggling. Agent Hicks was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. Maybe it's these two. Okay, it's these two. God damn it. Death smuggling? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's extensive bruising in such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must have been something far larger. Sizable weapon. Oh, because we're not looking... Oh, I got it. Okay. The weapon could not be found a sizable weapon because we're not looking for a giant weapon. We are looking for something small. Because we thought it was for the head. But meanwhile, we're probably walking past. We're probably walking past the murder weapon every time we go for a walk. It looks like if we're looking for a rather large weapon, you think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it is something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it isn't too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Francisca. What? But perhaps the weapon isn't weapon-shaped. Correct. The weapon does not fit into the weapon hole. I love that fucking stupid video. The weapon fits in the brain hole. Found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon. You did? A flight of stairs. He really jumped. We didn't realize it till now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyways, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll be able to back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening to me at all, are you? Come on, then. Show me the real murder weapon you speak of. Show evidence. This is the real murder weapon. This thing! Or is it the suitcase? Is it the suitcase? Did he get beat with the suitcase? We're listening, Gumshoe. We just don't give a fuck. It's gotta be this, right?
Take that.
Nope. God damn it. Okay, it's the suitcase. Oh no! Audio cutout. God damn it. Why don't we add practice whippings to your routine as well? I need to think about the circumstances of the victim's death in an entirely different way. There's a wide bruise running across the victim's. Have you seen the Junji Ito? Yes. Yes. Okay, I remember reading that short story much before I really knew who Junji Ito was. It terrified me. I hated that. Don't show the evidence? Why would I ever not show the evidence? This is the real murder weapon. It's the suitcase, then. Maybe you don't have it? Oh, that would make sense. Why would I have it? But a place? I can't go back. No! Okay. I can't go back. Okay, this is wrong. This is also wrong. This is wrong. Yes, I know, it's wrong. I'm wrong. Yes, Francisca, you can whip me for that one. That was my bad. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean I don't have evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do not believe... Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on his back, his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could fall from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us this entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs to this very cargo hold. What? Then... We're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey, you. Tell me you aren't dead, pal. Quiet. Why are you screaming? He's alive. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible for Agent Hicks to fall from the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is it that what is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo there wasn't there at the time. What would have happened? It would have been a Borgian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there couldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that cargo box is there. So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. Miles, this is so circumstantial. There is nothing to prove it. Welcome back, Tyler. Thank you for the hydrate. There is no proof that there wasn't proof. Thank you for the posture check and the head pats. Ha. As if there couldn't have been a window of time when that giant box wasn't there. Ah, but there was. How do you know? How? Huh? This one? But this doesn't prove that it was in the cargo hold. This doesn't look like the cargo hold. It must be when they stopped, right? They made a brief stop to transfer cargo.
Take that!
They refueled at the Republic of Zenfa. Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zenfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. They also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? But Miss Mealy, you're lying. Because of the, I wasn't even going off that. I was just going off of that. They had a refuel in Zenfa. But the only reason I'm saying this is because she said that she witnessed him in his chair at 5. Yeah, 5 a.m. And their layover in Zenfa was from 4 to 5. Well, she was fucking looking. To further my point, let's take a look at that box in question over there. It's labeled Zenfa Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zenfa. Yeah, so between 4 and 5. Okay, what if it was? It would mean that the box was not there in the cargo hold during the Europe to Zenfa leg of the trip. Making a clever drop from which... But your theory is still very far-fetched. And allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. First order of business is to examine the piece of cargo with more detail. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing. Yep. Mover. We did this one already. No matter how much she pours on the puppy dog, guys. Ah, ah. Edgeworth, where are we running? Where are we running? Why are we running there? No, 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 no. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A leaf red statue. Haven't heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is that if we can prove that it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. Edgeworth is from Edgeworth. Why are we running? Ray needs me. I can sense it. Oh. Hi. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was gonna try and mute, but it didn't work. I'm sorry. Look here. Do not go touching my possessions without my permission. Ugh, don't rush up on me like that, pal. It was not cute. I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge it being cute. It is not cute. The Brotherhood stamp of approval. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Mr. LeBlanc, where are we going, Edgeworth? No! Talk to him. LeBlanc's cargo. It was a little cute. I'll agree with the Brotherhood here. It was not. I take it this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alif the Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. That doesn't seem like a lot of money. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective. Darn. How did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me each year. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression that he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. So that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference in our case? I mean, it could. Mr. LeBlanc, is there a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case? Maeve, every time you're accused of doing something cute or being cute, you deny and then deflect by doing something else that is cute. Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? We cannot be caught in a loop. Blah. How do I break the loop? How? Because I don't believe the loop is happening, but how do I break the loop for you? Admit it? No, that's not happening. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art. So no. There will be no touching. Okay. Do we have anything to prove it? Or to show him? Sent. Let's see. Do we have anything to present? Oop, wrong way. Do you have the conclusion stuff? What's the conclusion stuff? Like the puzzles. Oh. I'm like, what are you talking about? Smuggling valuable piece of art? Okay, there we go. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it is possible that this fake statue was brought on board in Zenfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Hello, sir. What statue? About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might actually be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't you dare say fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. Airway bill. I can't read this. What does it say? It says, as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. We cannot discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Take a look yourself and see I'm right. This. I've known I've seen it somewhere before. This is Alif Red. It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historical value. After it was unveiled at the museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. Well, your red has no red on it. I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is the infamous Alif Red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it for more detail. Are those eyes made of some sort of gem? A real nice shade of orange. For a second I couldn't tell if they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of this stray cat that lives near my house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're red here. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. T with conviction. This one. Eureka! These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? T. And the real statue is much grayer. I don't know if that's just the lighting. I don't know, but the eyes are different colors. Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, Umgak. Yeah. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. Well, it's really pretty. It's really like the color of sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out until I fell ill. I don't care about sunsets, focus detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah, sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I will allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Aleph red. I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this Europe trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. It sounds like it's gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but what is it? What is that? Sympathy. What for? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. The large fellow there has bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the ones in this photo. Why the sudden yelling? Now then. Oh! In this photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. Yeah. Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required, now that we have confirmed that it is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zenfa, and I will present to you evidence that will resolve that remaining contradiction. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's not tied down. In the tarp, yeah. It's over the tarp. Yeah. There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo getting stuck over another piece of cargo. That's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the clock. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zenfa, then there's no way that any part of this should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue is smuggled on board in Zenfa. Then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why would he come down here in the middle of the flight? Ah, he's a double agent, maybe. He's the one doing the smuggling. Maybe? Because he'd know when the transfer would happen with the cargo. Just here proof of this or that. I'm too quick to assume everyone's horrible. So you say, but I don't believe he'd do that mid-flight. He could have just as easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true. However, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. I suppose he had found a fake at the airport. He had found the fake at the airport. It would have been swapped. It wouldn't. Sorry, I can't read today. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have happened after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would have naturally fallen onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Bing. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was going to get nabbed, huh? Yes, while this photo could have been nothing more than a simple souvenir. Thank you for the head pats. It was in fact used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down to take pictures of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could have been loaded on board. A photo of the whole missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zenfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. So this only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zenfa leg of the trip, then there would have been enough height for Mr. Hicks to have fallen to his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now. Big blood splat? Miss Von Karma, I am ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the Alfred Red statue out of the way, we tested the area with under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to the luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at this now, sirs? Ectoplasm. He was already dead? People die when they are killed. It would have seemed that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned up the blood as well. How do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up the blood? Scarf. Oh, welcome in, Noir. I hope you're doing well. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. He cleaned up with the scarf. Ah. That one. Take that. The killer used the bloody cloth that I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up the blood before the plane landed in Zenfa. Yes, but otherwise, the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So, you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhengfa? Your Honor, permission to call the jury, chat. I guess you guys are my jury, huh? Doing well, thank you. I hope hope your day is going good. Yes, thank you. It's going good. Thank you so much for the follow the other time. I think the other day. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you for all your kind words in your tier list that I saw you guys do. It was really sweet. Thank you, thank you. There's no other conceivable timeline of the events for the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. Exactly. Your design is so chef's kiss. You deserve all the kind words. Aww. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is Miss Meal. Miss Meal. Recall Miss Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regards to when we departed Zhengfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? If wife is thought so good. I'm sorry, Umgak. I'm sorry. I think your wife is guilty. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. To be continued. Yes. What do you, oh, huh? What do you mean take her out of the plane with you? I'm very confused. Maeve, question. Of course, what's up? Fine. Fine. Just guy things? Fair enough. Coffee at 10 p.m. too early. No. Miss Meal. Well. Miss Meal. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as well as we were departing from Zhengfa. You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh. Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. Noah can make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up.
What?
She is me. She is me. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
Oh, yeah.
Although I also conveniently like she left out the hours between 4 and 5.
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in the first class and in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
And what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating and having the most delicious dream.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way! Sleeping is part of our job too, you know. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room. I'll press her for that one too.
So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else popped their head into the room to say hi.
Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Oh, right!
What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room from that time between 5 and 6 a.m.
The receipt! Because she went down.
Take that!
Take that!
She saw Hicks at 5? No, Miss Rhoda went down to buy the suitcase at 5:40. So she had to go into the she did what now? She had to go down. She had to go down. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
What? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero. Yes?
Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now, Miss Tenero, between 5 and 6 a.m., You took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-shop lounge, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at that time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6? Edgeworth, you know exactly where she was. Don't make me say it. Ungak's in chat. He's not going to be very happy. Unless he's into that kind of thing. And once again, we listen and we don't judge. I'm busy. Okay. Umgak, if you were the one flying this plane, then sure. Oh, I'm judging. Miss Cammy Meal.
What?
Oh, the bathroom? I'll be the one asking the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably missed her. Nature calls, you know.
You take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator key and shop, you know? If you're asking me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please take Miss Gennaro out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I've got it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. Do you want to know something? Miss Rhoda is kind of little...
I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my design. Now is not the time for this sort of talk. Okay. I love that even Cammy was like, okay, you're way too... Although I will say, I do definitely think... I know Nintendo would never acknowledge it, but I do definitely think Edgeworth is not straight. Just a personal headcanon of mine. One of the crew. But you think maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
Aw, but I spend so much time in there. Might as well be my responsibility.
Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borgian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh. You meant that kind of what I kind of am in charge of. Oh.
Why did you say that in the first place?
What else would I have meant?
So yeah, I'm really good at Borgian.
She's fluent in Borgian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borgian.
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borjnian.
Very interesting. You asked me that makes her super suspicious.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with all the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus proving you have ample time to commit the crime. Miles Edgeworth, I demand you cease and desist this line of conjectural questioning. I will not allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work on board this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well...
I'm actually in charge of all... Yeah, okay. It's this one. Present.
It's this one, tea with conviction.
Objection!
So, you're the only one on this flight crew that speaks Bosnian. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Bosnia for a while.
If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? An unbothered queen. This falsified piece of documentation is with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Bosnian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red would have not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Ma'am, can you not make that hand motion? Come here, it's getting good.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on the document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation for the smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it.
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded into the plane properly. So sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be a tough fight.
Suppose. And this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me like that.
Motherfucker, she a damn lawyer. Yep. Everyone in this game has a lawyer degree.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding the smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he was killed by a member of that crew.
Well, did you ever stop to think that Miss Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry. I wasn't talking about you, I meant the killer. First, it was myself. Now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Miss Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame of the crime onto herself. Onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicion. Huh?
The statue?
Take that!
No. Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth? No, but as you can clearly see, I'm wide awake.
I'm afraid you failed.
You're making so little sense that I thought maybe were asleep. Talk about your sleepy, Dr. Sleepy and Mr. High and Mrs. High Desk transformation. Is this it? But wasn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Oh, the murder weapon. No, we have the murder weapon. What? Suitcase? It must be, right?
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, but they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from the upper deck, or the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Oh, the poor plushie! The poor plushie! The only way for all of these actions to make sense is if the killer wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one that contained the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whatever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That was because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Well, special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone. Where the murder took place, when the murder took place, who the murder victim... No, it's not the murder victim. Where the murder took place? Special circumstances simply that the murder took place on the plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. No matter what you did, the chances that the body would be found is very high. Therefore, there was no chance but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only person who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's motives is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. You and you alone could be the killer.
And?
Huh? Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again.
Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Okay. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And there isn't there a piece of evidence that still is unaccounted for? Yeah, we can't find the phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
Thought not.
That's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least, that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone couldn't be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious.
If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know until we try our little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do.
Bup. Bup.
Agent Hicks's phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, detective. Now where is it coming from? I'm trying to tell if it's like a... Please tell me it's in the plushie. It's probably in the plushie. Miss Meal, wake up.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got all sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child.
I'd better find that cell phone fast. It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We better hurry and check the flight attendant's room, sir. Okay. Up we go. You ladies stay down here, no one die. Flight attendant's room. The ringing is coming from in here somewhere, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. The ringing is coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. It's gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is it in, sir? It's in Miss Gennaro's. What? They're both in on it. Everyone's horrible here. Although I would have liked it if it was in the plushie. That would have been funny. Nah, probably the captain helping and abating.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how'd it go? Where'd you find the cell phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room. In Miss Gennaro's locker. What? But Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Miss Von Karma, was it? I suggest you arrest Miss Tenero right away.
Objection!
Wait, I have a theory. It is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
It is related to the key card, all right. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Yeah, we don't. It's a chicken and the egg scenario. Which came first? You know? Did she take the... Does she still have the card and then dumped the phone? Or did someone steal the card and then dump the phone? You know? The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird that we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something to do with... have very incriminating on it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the very final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to the killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. But it's pretty broken. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call on this. Okay. Camera? Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone. Can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. It looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks would have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures of evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I say there must be some very inconvenient photos in here that for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCDs on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. That's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? Looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. All right, displaying it now. Well, that doesn't really tell us much. Other than the thing isn't there, but it still doesn't tell us who killed it. Agent Hicks is most certainly trying to obtain some evidence of his smuggling case. Hey, the olive red is nowhere to be seen in this picture. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out about about Agent Hicks' killer, sir.
No worries, Umga. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Timestamp? What do you mean timestamp? Oh, the photo? It still doesn't confirm who the killer is. No, there's no timestamp. Suitcases? It's the only piece that's there still. The fact that all the suitcases, yeah, but he was still alive at the time, so what exactly is odd about the suitcases haven't been used yet? Yeah, it's not the suitcases. Give Sleepy here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. Bed sheets? What's all this? Hmm? Oh. They are cargo shipped from Bosnia to Zengfa. So the reason they aren't here now is they were dropped off in Zengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of these boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of the boxes is written in Bosnian. It says, it is cloth in English. Cloth. Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What is that scary face? Miss Emile. Yeah? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Huh? Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. This one?
Take that!
Take that! And what is this supposed to prove?
The killer used a piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? Now I finally have my answer to this very photo. The cargo was unloaded in Zengfa, had cloth written on it. In Bosnian, that is. Oh, oh, okay. Still, kind of a... I don't know if I like that logic. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, because I mean, like, all you'd have to do is open a box to see if there was something to clean it with, right? But being that she's Bosnian, she can read, or she's not Bosnian, but yeah, why wouldn't she use the bed sheets? Yeah, exactly. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Bosnian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal.
Huh, it's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or in Borgian.
Objection!
Sorry, but I can't agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There's no need for the killer to tear through the boxes at random at all. If the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borgian, well then. Oh. Yeah.
Objection! Welcome in, Samu. Oh, but it won't let me pick that. Huh?
Take that!
I have arrived. Welcome in.
Hey, it says bed sheets in English written on the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would make it perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
What are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have first spotted. However, the killer chose to use some Borgian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was in the cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borgian cloth, well, that's a horse from a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa? That's right. That's why the Borgian cloth was used. And the only Borgian reader on board who could make a calculated decision is you, Chamomile. You and you alone. It'd be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. What do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crimes here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa?
Oh no! Oh no! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it.
I love my boy Phoenix, but Lord, do I think Edgeworth is so much better? Yes! Join the Edgeworth community. We are welcoming.
I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I.
First class. First floor. Lounge. Finished up with all the arrangements to take the specific inside. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did you say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring is behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth. I want to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, you continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's... Wait, one of Ungak's wives did it? Yeah.
The sleepy wife. The sleepy wife did it. He's down a wife now. I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it'll serve you well. And remember, we here at Yugo Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you, I'll keep that in mind.
Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go.
Hey, Gumshoe, you want the suitcase? I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Speak for yourself, my day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges.
Oh my goodness! Hi there! Welcome in, Lady Oka! I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome in, Raiders! I hope everyone is having a good day. Thank you so much for stopping in. My name is Maeve Gloomridge. I am the owner and curator here of the Gloomridge Museum of the Occult and your guide to everything mystical, magical, and everything in between. From one investigation to another? Heck yeah. What investigation did you guys do? We just finished the second one. We just finished the second one with Miss Cammy Meal. And I very much appreciate it. If you do need to raid and run, everyone, that is totally okay. Please take care of yourselves and have a great evening. But yes, we are just finishing up the second case. Hello, Wandering Swordsman, and hello, Eldon. Thank you so much for the follow there, Eldon. I appreciate it. We're towards the end of case 5. And it looks crazy from here, but we won't spoil. Ooh, fair, fair. I feel like all the Ace Attorney games get a little crazy towards the end. So I'm excited to see where it goes. The raid didn't even pop up on my end, so I'm sitting here like, raid? What raid? Raid? Yeah, the Yatagarasu, I assume, is going to be towards the end. But yes, we just finished with Cammy Meal. I'll wiggle off to do some post-stream care. Thank you so much, Lady Oka. I appreciate it. Yes, take some good care. Also, thank you for the follow, Swordsman. I appreciate it.
Speak for yourself, my day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's filing out customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had asked that I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir.
Hope Springs Airport.
Francisca. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met. Edgeworth, please no. Wait, hold on. Oh, we don't... Wait, I gotta look this up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's incorrect. There's no way. There's no way. Hold on. What do you mean? Okay, so I looked up. Specifically, I googled Miles Edgeworth age. Apparently Google says he's 16. Jackson. What do you mean? What do you mean checks out? I was hoping for a more definitive answer, but deadly office visit. Do we know how old he is in investigations? Start of his career. Because I was gonna say this is gonna get weird. He's 26. To be fair, it's more like 12. Okay, his documented age in the series is anywhere between 9 and 35. So that helps us none. Got it. 9. I think if we're technically considering the first case where we have flashbacks of baby, of kid Edgeworth, then yes, 9 would make sense. He is not currently 9. At least, God, I hope this is not what a 9-year-old looks like. Although then grape juice would also make sense. The grape juice would make sense. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You're Franziska von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Official page says he's 26 in investigations. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. Dancing... Sorry. What? Oh. Is it Perry? I always butcher this word. Every time I say it. Dancing painfully, yes. Dancing Perio, living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built. If it's the name of the detective? Who? You're asking the wrong person, Bubba. True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case in 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I would not say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I am on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of a big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on this case with me.
Other than the one who died? How are you, by the way, Maeve? I am okay. Today has been a day, but we are here and we are doing our best. Oh, another agent. Did you already just get another Interpol guy assigned to you? What happened? He's a star amongst Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. Dun dun dun. It's Wright. Does Wright work for Interpol? I don't think Wright works for Interpol, does he? I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Oh, no whip?
On your whip.
And just like that, she's gone, sir. Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy and know I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. It was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. No! No! Don't do that! There's enough salt in those things. No! Just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. And don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Let the man live wildly. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and the players are on either side of this war. They would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Man has the need for speed. Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier and I didn't get through. And you are? Ah, have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. The end.
Ba-da-da-boo. Ba-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
What? Yeah, someone's been kidnapped. Although, I will say, I feel like that's just what a cliffhanger to leave it on. Just like, hey, you know my son? Yeah, he's been kidnapped. This does feel like a Law and Order episode. Thank you for the head pats. These play right after another. Kidnap, turnaround. It always felt funny to have a cliffhanger. It does feel a little silly, but it's all good. The kidnap. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Thank you so much, Swordsman. I appreciate it. Rest well. Thanks. Why not? 1,200. Just like, you know, you could have given this to Gumshoe. He really wanted this suitcase. Instead, we're using it as a hostage negotiation tactic. Although, I guess, to be fair, if you were to hand over a briefcase or a suitcase and you want to be able to track it, this thing is like a walking highlighter. You know? Are you sure you wanted to give it to Gumshoe? Make Gumshoe happy. 4D chess. Mm-hmm. It's brighter than my feet. He did forget to give Phoenix the right he did. This is true. I forgot about that, but yes. Let's see. I've checked that the money is all there, safe in the suitcase. Now all I have to do is wait for further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Oh, that's not terrifying at all. Oh, I do not like that. I do not like that. Sonic from Temu. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the eyes.
Welcome to Gatewater Land.
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you. I am Proto Badger. Nice to meet you.
You don't need a soul to work in an amusement park. Who's dead? Yep. To be fair, this is my sleep paralysis demon. This right here. Yep, that's him. Say hi, everyone.
Excuse me, were you thinking of taking a photo with me?
A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Also, sir, where are you pulling that sign out of? Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. Miles, I don't think that's much better in this guy's eyes. I know what you're wondering. And yes, I brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me on this one, this time.
No worries, Eldon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Get some good sleep. I appreciate you stopping in. Night-night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. Just how long do you intend me to have to wander around? That's for me to decide. You don't have much choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside.
No worries, Tyler. Thank you for the alert.
What a dismal place. Keep a hand on that suitcase, sir. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Yes, the suit. Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange. And maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
Thank you for the hydrate, Yacity.
Uh-oh. Jump scare warning! This feels like a jump scare. Ah! Ah! No! I told you guys this is my sleep paralysis demon. March 13th, 11:23 a.m. It's okay, he has to live to return to his husband, Phoenix. True. That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? Split, please. Alright. In front of. Meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to the drop-off man was because of that phone call. You have some big earlobes, sir. Who's from Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu the Amano Company. But aside from that, I owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making that funny noise? Huh? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh, hello! Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not into such petty crime. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger.
Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of the night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine in the light of the righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Oh. Not who I expected. Great thief. And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Yeah, I think nerd alert. Yeah, she's very chuny. She's very chuny at the moment. Also, why would a great thief tell you their real legal name? Why?
Oh, my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, would you be so kind as to remove these ropes?
I wonder. Should I? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes through here, and there you go.
Literally, I owe you my thanks.
That's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what questions should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Also, if she is indeed the Yatagarasu, you're telling me she, of all people, pointed a gun at Miles? That doesn't seem plausible. She also doesn't seem possible. She doesn't seem... Is it bad to say I don't see her being quiet? Was it confirmed that it was? Yes, because he got the calling card. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a hard time believing.
I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's just a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't started anything yet. Seriously, I have no idea how to... I don't know how you can say such terrible things about your to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, you mean you're the Yatagarasu.
Yup, the most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had the chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. Oh, okay, there we go. That makes more sense.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it! There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
People's hearts.
Sorry, I'll see myself out.
But that's gonna have to wait till we find our way out of here.
Bet. I was about to say you were. Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So, you never told me your name, Mr. Prosecutor?
I guess not. It's Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
All right then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
Hmm? It seems that we're locked in from the other side.
What? No way! I don't hear you. La 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 la.
Okay, do you remember where you came in from, right? Looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops. Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around if we can't find another way out.
Or we just stack boxes.
Also, you can stop trying the door. Or we make a ramp with the sign. You know, there are options here. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box.
Oh, I think that's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole Badger clan with this.
I hate him. I hate him.
Proto-badger, the first badger. Bad badger, a vile criminal with a gun.
Blue badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Pink badger, note her unique pink bow. What kind of fucking back alley Walmart fucking Disney are we at? Like, bad badger with a gun. No, I'm not even saying that. Kane, please say that word out loud. Yeah, and you know why I'm not saying that. There you go.
Think of it as a Bible for all things you'll need to know about the clan.
Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as reference guide for something. I suppose that means this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. It looks like the Badger's family home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that there are 7 costumes in use right now. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police for all the cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park.
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy just from the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, there's a very glaring thing, but I'm going to do that last. Suppose this is the pink badger? But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
That's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes, and?
And her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
Wow, Edgeworth being progressive. We love that. We love that. What? He has nothing to say about the giant ribbon? Or is that too obvious? This is the blue badger I met at the front gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger.
He's based off the first design
Created by the local police chief.
Why did he make him with no eyes?
You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
No shit. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about it, how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the blue badger to humans now? So this is the blue badger's rival, the bad badger, huh? You feel this is some sort of reverence towards this badger, okay? Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think that there are so much cooler and cuter ones out there, huh? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one.
Ah, look, it's the Blue Badger.
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis!
What in the... Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in his name.
They all do.
That nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around this park. I better be careful, or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Okay, it's not gonna let me pick that. Okay. Bingo. And what do we have here? Aha! Oh, I have a feel like a laser-like stare aimed right at me. Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. This is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key or something. Yeah, no shit. That something is what's relevant to my interest. Man, why do they have to put windows so high up in here? Because it's a change room. How's a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we have to make our way out if we were able to climb to the top of these lockers. That's pretty clever. You make for a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Why did they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need to have some sort of a foothold. Paint? Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. What exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant lead. For who? For what? Huh? And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the... You can't be serious, right? Can't be serious, right? She's like 7 or something. She's 17. There ain't no way. Oh, we light some paint on fire and send colored smoke signals. Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about to kill the girl. Actually, that might not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something else other than this paint, shall we? How about a cell phone? Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If there's any way for us to get in contact with someone on the outside. But we do have a way right here. No battery. There was a cell phone here this whole time? I'm right. Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnappers. That's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up the perimeter right now? You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Motherfucker, you were hit by a sword by a prototype Huggy Wuggy. Who is this? Shi Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself getting involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. The crime's a crime whether it's a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Langzy says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone. So good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here on our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. We gotta put our heads together and we're sure to find a way out. Back she goes, trying the door. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, but his whole family, too. Also, wait a second. I'm so dumb. We just said, okay, so at the beginning, when we were looking at the boxes, he said there are 7 suits out, right? Then what is Mr. Badge doing over here in the corner? Where's his suit? Not just a head. So there's someone running around with just the suit. You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park. No, no, there isn't. We literally can see that. Wait. You have to work for it. Speaking of the badgers, there's one sitting against the wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures with the costume ones walking around the park. It's the rules of the game. How quaint. What is this? It looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess that's the Bad Badger's costume, at the very least a 2-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out on the floor here? Exactly. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, so let's go into Q. Locker's tiny feet. What? No. Wait, but that seems correct. Huh? Seems like we won't be able to open this ourselves. This seems sick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Missing something still. I must be, but where? This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it out of the window if we climbed up this. Good thinking. And if climbing actions you'll need, just leave it to me. This little hook might be enough to get a good foothold. Up you go, okay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yatsugarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the sky. Here I go.
Yeah, you fell. As I thought. This beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? Okay. Anything else? It never hurts to take another look. What am I missing? I don't see why a key would unlock the beam. Nope, okay. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's a haze in my mind. However, I do recall the kidnapper was talking to someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I went to the next room. Let's see if we can find out through the slot.
Oh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here.
You mean the ladder? Is that what I think it is?
Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case.
That's
Awesome! They're just like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not. But I highly doubt they made a tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. Oh! I see. There was a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which means that I can probably assume that these rooms are similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. How do I access? Oh. Q? The beam I was tied to in the open floor panel. There we go. The hook on this beam. You know
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from the hook to the window. Come on. Even you can admit when something's not possible. I wasn't suggesting that again. Rather, it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means there should be a panel in this room that we could open as well. Oh, I get it. You didn't notice its existence all this time because it's hidden by this tarp. Alrighty then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. And that's where the tiny key goes. This must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. What are we waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. All right. This thing is locked down tight. Oh, fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is a good word. I like fiddlesticks. I don't know why I like fiddlesticks, but I like fiddlesticks. It's fun. Tiny key in the underground entrance. Bam! I believe you're up, Kay. Fiddlesticks, jeepers, and zoinks. Mm-hmm. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use that tiny key you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of those moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe that feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. All right, I got the secret door open, and now... Whee! Wait. What? Ah! Are you all right? Kay. I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's all right. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there. So I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You only have yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Well, thank you. I figured out how to escape this prison, Kay. Oh? So, how are we gonna bust out? It seems your reckless action were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this. Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Then what are we waiting for? We did it. All right, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started. I'll be the one to bring it all to a resounding end. Hello? Wild, Wild West area. Cat! Cat! Look at the cat! I want to pet him. Please? Please? Wow, Edgeworth, you have some moves there, huh? Have you been practicing on something? I wonder.
It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, thank goodness.
You have no idea how hard it is. It was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so glad you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Oh, that's,
Hi, Jay. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hiya, hiya. Welcome in.
duh. Doing great. Doing pretty good? That's good to hear. Good to hear. I'm so confused what's happening in this game. Count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 99. Chief Fu. All members are here and accounted for, sir. I don't know. Oh, I hate him. Who's the dude in the mascot fit?
He is the cop's mascot.
Named Blue Badger. Why he has a gun, we don't know. What the heck are you doing counting my cubs off like that? Oh, I hate this guy already. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is 2 or 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Chief Fu! Chief Fu! Are you Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Chief Fu so rudely? Grr. Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others should soon feel its disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shishnya. Oh, he's even doing like the respectful
Oh, sorry.
He's even doing the respectful, like, two-handed business card passover. What? This isn't much, but please accept my card.
Thank you for the head pat, Samu. And the posture check. And the hydrate. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? That's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zenfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, what exactly is an Interpol agent involved in this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You've solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while to arrest the little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that to about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying he could have solved it faster, pal? Comedic relief jumps in to aid his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. How? Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me. So now, I'm out to take my revenge. Against Edgeworth? Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I... So I ask you to please allow me to participate in the investigation. This is not your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and you're way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You. How dare you mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth is I don't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such an intense loathing emanating from the sky? Yeah, it's coming from me too. Don't worry, Edgeworth. Don't worry. All right, men. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir! Now then, prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand. Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all the places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that one. Cat, 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 move! I want to pet the cat. This barrel sure is heavy. You there, do you know what's inside this thing? It's emergency water supplies for putting out fires. I see, well, they're certainly well prepared. I want to pet the cat. I want to pet the cat. Okay. I know it's been a little bit of a shorter stream, but I might call it here for tonight. I know, Cat doesn't want to be friends. I'm sad. I might call it here for tonight. I think this is a good place to stop before we get into more of the investigation. Thank you, Maeve. No worries. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. Oh, I'm sorry, Che. I know. I'm sorry. Let's see. Why don't we go say hi to the lovely Kokoro Hana today. She is playing some Monster Hunter Wilds, which should be fun. But yes, I'll send you all over there. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight. I will see you all tomorrow, and I will hopefully let you know beforehand what we're doing tomorrow. I will figure it out. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, and I will see you then. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.